Dipesh hasn't opened his email in 3 weeks. An AI agent reads everything for him and sends 3 clean Telegram briefings a day at 9 a.m., noon, and 4 p.m. He walks us through the full live setup of Clause, how he has connected it to Gmail and Calendar, and the prompting pattern that stops the AI agent from sending email without his approval. Stick around and you'll know how to set this up yourself in under an hour, what it costs, and where the real risks hide.
Okay, Dipesh, I want to start by asking, right? So, how many times were you checking emails before you started off with this?
I was checking emails in a single day on a weekday, because when I'm on my work desk, at least 15 to 18 times in a single. So it was like a constant thing. If I'm working on something and a tab is there, let's say for example, let's say I'm browsing a website, let's say some Google search or some other AI based search, right? While the prompt is being answered, it was like a muscle memory thing. I would just open up a new tab, go to mail.google.com, and just for no reason open up emails, and I would many times just see either nothing, like it was just all the emails have been read, or there'll be one email which is there. Now what was constantly my problem was that I would go to the emails and there would be emails in my either my promotion tab or newsletter tab or whatever, and I would just basically take up my mouse over there, click it, go see it, decide, oh, I should stop getting this thing, go to the subscribe button or that kind of thing. I would do that like 15 times a day, which was something that I felt like was a waste of time.
So, exactly right. So, you had these different tabs within Gmail. So, you must have tried filters, you must have tried rules, assistants. Like, what all did you try before this, before you decided to jump ship and do this?
So, yeah, there is this rule base, right? Like you can create rules in Gmail and say from so and so person. So, my first thing is to go and unsubscribe, because I think it's fair that they know that I don't need those emails rather than just going and creating a blocking rule. But I don't know why. I felt, okay, now I have not tracked it, but I felt like sometimes I actually unsubscribe to some of them, but they still get it. Like I still get it. So I would even go to the rules system, put in the rules. But then I realized that once you sign up on so many places with your Google account, for some reason, you also seem to be automatically signing up for newsletters. So I am like always on this thing, how come do I get so many newsletters? Because I don't read newsletter. I'm a person who has a very simple philosophy, never read newsletter kind of thing, like especially the ones that come to email. I think there's so much of news that just filters up and comes to your face through Twitter or LinkedIn that I don't have the need to an email-based newsletter. And I was like, how, why, when did I sign up? I clearly don't remember signing up for you. So I've tried them. But I think, so if I put a rule in the Gmail, I think that works. Unsubscribe, I'm 50-50 in the sense some will just for some reason still send me something. I don't know if what's the problem over there. But the other thing was that, yeah, you sign up on new products and those will send you. A loop of unnecessary emails has never stopped for me.
So, Dipesh, can you show us your setup? What have you done? How have you worked this magic out? Can you share your screen and show us, take us through it?
So as you can see, I'll kind of go from here, is that this agent of mine now reads the email and has been purposely configured in a manner, and not too difficult. I've probably put a very simple prompt saying that don't monitor my emails and keep updating me 9 a.m. every single day, 12 so in the noon, and then 4 p.m. just 3 times in a single day, and tell me only about important emails for which I need to take an action. And that is what it does. So this is yesterday at 4 p.m., then today at 9, then today at noon, and today at 4 p.m. And as you can see, it is very simple. So I'll show you the 9 a.m. one. The 9 a.m. one says that today you have no event for the day, because it's also connected to my Google Calendar, and says from an email, you have an email from Google Cloud, and you have an email from GitHub. And in fact, it says, I have welcome email from Composio, Clause, there's some FI emails, which I'm not showing to you. So it's like just an FI small paragraph. If I want to, I can tell the agent to not tell me about this as well, and it'll do that. But honestly, I think it's fine, because what if his decision sometimes, wrong and I want something. And for the purpose of testing, what I did is, I don't remember the exact time, but from my personal email, I sent to this email address an email which says urgent assignment, market research presentation, and sort of ask something for it to be done by this thing. The email was very simple. It says, I actually think this is the verbatim. You're requested to conduct a market research on latest software development tools used by Web3 developers. And I did not write in this same fashion that the deadline is end of this week. It was a simple paragraph, but the agent understood and kind of gave this thing that you have only till the end of this week. And it says action required, which means I need to respond to it also. And when I was doing this test email, I also set up a calendar event saying that sync up call. And it even showed that you have this into the inbox right now and you need to RSVP. Now, I think this was set up, as you can see, around 5 p.m. Singapore time, 2:30 p.m. India time. So I'm assuming, yeah. So Penta still said you still have this action item that you need to do it. It still shows that thing because it's an inbox. Now it is not telling that this event has passed or whatever it is. But if I were to train it, then it will be able to do that thing. So if you want, you can still send a right now. For example, if any of you guys want, you can send me any fake email which is something about me that needs attention, and I just have to say, can you do this run again? And it'll basically do it out of its scheduled time, which is not until 9 a.m. And it'll basically still say that yes, I have fetched a new email. There's something that needs action.
Okay, couple of things. One, I would love to see the whole setup process. So, and also, like, how long did it take for you to set it up?
For the time, I think it took me like, this setup that you're seeing on the screen, which is, as you can see, it's demo clause. I think it took me like 15, 20 minutes, not more than that.
And what is this setup service called? I mean, what service did you use and why?
So there's something called clause, clause.app, which I found to be the most easiest. And interestingly, they give a small trial as well. So they give you a free 3-day trial with, I think, some 50,000 AI credits as well. And this is extremely easy. You just have to say sign up. It gives you the Google option, and you click the Google option. It connects to your Google account, and then it basically starts working on the web immediately. To connect it with your Telegram, it's actually again very simple. You come over here, you say I want to connect to Telegram, and it will actually give you the entire instructions of what you need to do. You just have to go to Telegram, just take one code and paste it over here, and it starts running. So it's extremely easy. It has,
and then you
Gmail.
Can also connect your calendar. I guess.
So it has, correct. So it has your Google Calendar connection, Gmail connections. You just click them, it connects to your Gmail, it connects to your Google, and again, voila, it starts working out of the box.
Yeah. Dipesh, I read through the messages that you're getting in on Telegram. It's like, how does the agent know how to prioritize? Like, some emails are, some are just notifications, some are spam. Like, what have you told it? How did you guide it?
Now, I mean, some of them are very simple to understand. So that is, I think, on the underlying LLM, which understands that. For example, one that I'm using over here is Gemini. I think it has a status button. Oh, okay. That this is using Gemini 3.1 Pro. So it's, let's say, state of the art LLM. So it understands that. And there are a few things that it, keywords that it identifies. For example, newsletter and GitHub PR merge notifications. It's all its own intelligence in this setup.
So you have not specifically told it that, hey, this is how you go about it. It's figuring out things on its own. Amazing.
Yes, correct. There is the one that I have more trained myself. I did one small change that I basically got from Google, from Gmail. You have the ability to download your entire Gmail, like all the emails from Gmail. It's called Google Takeout. And I think once you request it, I think it takes 2 days for Google to actually, collate everything into a zip folder and send it to you. So I got that thing, and then I trained my AI, which was honestly, I think, a matter of 1 hour or sort, even maybe less than that, where it actually read through all the emails. Now, this is what I believe it has done. It may not have done like read through all the emails, but it at least has identified which are my key contacts with whom I exchange a lot of emails, which of them are actually newsletters, which of them I have gone ahead and responded as unsubscribe or something like that. So it has that past data on which it has been trained.
If someone were to replicate this, can you actually quickly show how someone can replicate this? Not the logging into Google, etc. If someone is to replicate this setup, what are the easiest way you can show them that?
Well, actually, I mean, honestly, this is the easiest. Just go to clause. If you want, I can quickly try to do it on the call.
Go ahead. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll try to log out of clause, right? And I will say join with Google. Let me go with my own email address. Yeah, this is what your name. So that, I mean, typically a single name works better. So I'm just gonna go say the underscore agent. Okay. And I'm going to say concise. And this is where you can go and get a token from Telegram. But I've realized when I was doing it the first time, doing it later is better. Again, as it says you have 3-day trial. And I just go with the start your free trial.
Okay, when you set this thing up, was there any part of that flow that completely broke and you had to intervene and get it up and running?
I mean, there was a very small hiccup which came by. So when you use clause, when I started using clause, let me see if I can go to my. The first time that I was trying to do, interestingly, it's very funny because when you go to connect your Gmail or Google Calendar, it is actually powered by this tool which is called Composio. Now, on the first or the second setup, it for some reason was not connecting. So what I just did is I went to Composio and created my own MCP server. Now, this is also for any other, like even if you don't use Clause, you use Hermes directly or OpenClaw directly. For connecting your Gmail, you can use Composio. You just have to go get started, and again choose your account once in Google, sign in, and then it literally tells you what exactly you have to do. You connect. So if I go to connected apps, you can connect your Gmail, Google Calendar, and many more things. You can connect your Slack, your Perplexity, many other things. And once you connect them over here, you just come to home and say, I want to install it for my OpenClaw, or I want to install it for my Claude, or whatever it is. And if you click this install, it actually tells you the instruction. In fact, the instructions are copy paste. Just says copy, just literally presses copy and paste it in your OpenClaw agent, and everything will be done automatically. So it's very simple. I use the MCP way. People use also CLI. Both of them, honestly, the same thing. No difference at all. Just copy this, paste it into your Telegram agent, and it will connect to the MCP server for Composio that I've created. But interestingly, even Clause, when they say connect with Gmail or Google, they actually provide you through Composio itself. So it's literally the same tool which is basically used in connecting your Gmail account to your agent.
And you set up to receive these messages at 9 a.m. and then every 4 hours, right?
Yeah, 9 a.m., noon, and 4 p.m.
Yeah. So how is the setup for that?
Actually, nothing much. You just have to say, for example, let's do a thing, okay? I have cron. I have, let me just write multiple cron jobs, I guess. Can you remind me about those? I'm just saying cron job because it's easier for a technical thing that I just used to, but you could just say reminders or whatever it is. So it says, I have configured it to call me my lord. So it says, my lord, you have two active cron jobs. Action email just runs at 9 a.m. Monday to Friday. Summarize under Gmails, and afternoon actionable runs at noon and 4 p.m. Monday to Friday again for Android. Okay. So I can say for the second line item, I need you to update the time from 12 to, I'll just write PM as well, to 1 p.m. I mean, I could just write in casual language, it'll still understand. And now everything, ideally, because of the LLM, is smart enough, it understands that the afternoon action item cron job has been updated. It will now run at 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. SGT. I didn't have to tell it that do it 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. It understands that. It understands it's SGT that I want, not IST, those kind of things. So it's very easy. All I said is just check my emails. For example, like I said, okay, I need you to also, add one more job, like a daily Monday to Thursday. Monday to Thursday reminder. Let me do Sunday to Thursday. Monday to Thursday, 9 p.m. reminder of what all is in my calendar, i.e., events for the next day, Singapore time zone. Okay, that's it. Just plain language, and it'll understand. And the reason I'm doing is that, okay, every day before closing the day at 9 p.m., I just need to know what's there in my diary for tomorrow so that I can prepare anything if I need to. And that's it. It's done. I have scheduled the next day calendar reminder job. It will run every Sunday to Thursday only. 9 p.m. SGT to brief you of the following day's events.
Yeah, but you gave AI full access to your Gmail. That's crazy, no? So what is the worst that could happen if you do this?
Yeah. So I took a lot of pain. I mean, I did a little bit research, I would say, that what are the downsides. So giving access to AI to your email has largely two risks. Number one, if the AI hallucinates and takes a decision which cannot be undone, and that decision is worse, like it harms you. The other is someone gets the access to the AI and makes it do something stupid. So for the access part, I've obviously made my entire remote server and a couple of more hurdles over there that no one can get access to, be able to chat to my AI and get access to the Gmail.
What about somebody using Clause though?
So yeah, both of them are secure. So the first part is easy, right? Which is the locking your AI to be only restricted to. So if you sign up with Clause, that Clause dashboard is only accessible to your Gmail account. Now, the risk of Clause server getting hacked, someone getting out your basically access key to this chat. Now, that I understand exists, but I think that is what we should live with. Like, that's as good as someone getting access to your Gmail password. Now, everyone does take a lot of effort. Those security practices are already standardized. So if you believe that that is not a problem, then it's okay. Clause should not be so much of a risk, and it connecting to your Gmail should not be a risk that materially. When it comes to AI itself hallucinating and doing something crazy, there you have to take in a little bit of efforts. For example, if I have to draft an email, let me, for example, say over here, right? I will say in relation to item 1, then how I typically do is I just say draft, and then I will say I repeat draft only and do not send unless I review and I confirm. Now, when you say something so many times, it is very difficult for AI to lose that context. Like it loses context of 1 or 2 words which are critical, but they're in a big sentence. But if you say something again, it understands, okay, I cannot do this thing, right? Draft a reply, email, and confirm that I will get it done. Now, in the ideal sense, it should just draft the reply email and tell me that this is the draft, and will say, can you please confirm? And then if I say confirm, then it'll shoot out the email. So there are some basic ground rules that you can set up, which you can call as skills, right? Like you can create, okay, all the drafting I need to create it as a
Approve
Gmail skill or something like that.
Yeah. So other than getting it to like give you a draft and then you approving and only then sending, is there anything else that people need to set up when they're probably using this?
I mean, they can. For example, one thing that a lot of things I've seen on the internet people do is they say that set up a new email account, and in your email, like main personal email, set up an auto forward rule to that email address, which is of the AI agent. So that way you get the ability for the AI to sort of only read your emails, but the AI will not have the ability to respond back from your email address. So even if the AI does hallucinate and actually respond someone out, it will not be from the new email address and not from your Gmail address. That is something that people do. Then other than that, people do is they put a rule, which is, for example, for me, but this is a bit sophisticated. In my remote server, I run a cloud AI as well as a local AI as well. And then I have certain files which are basically not even connected to AI itself, where the emails are actually come in, first go through a filtering mechanism by the Python file that I have created, which filters out the email which I think are sensitive and no one should read, be it any sort of AI. Then they actually go to the local AI, which is running on Llama, for again a double confirmation. And after that only it goes to either Claude or any other AI, Gemini or Kimi or whatever I may be using for analysis purposes.
You can't set up such complicated stuff with clause, I believe.
No, you can't set it that. It's not, because clause does not give you access to the server.
So I guess the only thing that you can really do is to repeatedly mention or give instruction that you have to only draft and not send out stuff.
No, what you can do is, I don't know. Now let me see. What skills do you have right now? So what is the most easiest setup is you create something what they call the skill. Skill is nothing but like a sort of a set instructions that the AI will likely like, based on the way the system is designed, AI when it starts loading up any chat session, it first goes and reads its skills. That's like, what are my sort of routines or rules that I have to follow, and that is important. So, for example, it has a skill which is called Himalaya. Now, I did not use it, but if I were to ask it, can you please tell me more about the Himalaya skill that you have? So, me being a bit pedantic, I don't use skills that come by default. So in my OpenClaw setup, I don't have any skill that has not been developed by me. Like, there are a lot of open source skills, people just click download, and that has, by the way, been an attack vector. So if you download and install a skill that you have, don't know anything about, there is a likelihood that you might come into issue. So I don't use Himalaya, but it says that I can manage emails from terminal itself using some technical setup, and it is possible to do it. Now, what I would do is, for example, the Gmail stuff that we did, I can create that the way it drafts the email, the instruction, which is this one, draft, I repeat, draft, only do not send, as a skill. And I'll name it a particular skill, that I would possibly call it Gmail drafter skill. Next time what I have to do is I just have to say, draft a reply for item number 1 using this skill. That's it. And it'll understand it has to go back to that one set instructions and follow that through.
This is awesome. I'm trying to figure out, like, you set up all this. How much time do you think actually saves you? Like, what's been the tangible efficiency gain? If I put it that way.
I mean, I will have to do that math, but at least in the last 3 weeks, I've not gone to Gmail. I've not gone to Gmail at all. My agent goes to the Gmail, fetches things. Obviously, my agent is trained also for the fact that if it's suddenly, like, it constantly reads emails, and if there's something that requires immediate attention before the next check-in time, then it will suddenly disturb me in between, saying that, hey, something has come up, you need to look into it, something right now. So that is my setup. So because of that, I have just stopped going to Gmail. In fact, so much so that even if there's someone new that I want to send email to, I will actually just ask my agent to draft and send it.
Okay. So what's been the cost for that efficiency gain? So now you don't have to necessarily go to Gmail, but what? Yeah. So clause costs money. Like, what's the cost? What's your thought on that? Like, does it make sense from a strict ROI perspective, or is it convenience is just willing to pay for? How does it work in your mind?
Yeah, so clause is, I think, $19, if I'm not wrong. $19 is a starter, and then $39 is the middle tier. And I think it's worth it because the amount of time that it saves you. Now obviously it is my choice what I do with the time. I could sit and watch Netflix. But thankfully, I've not fallen into that trap. So I am most of the time either doing market research on the product that I run, or trying to create partnerships, or think of the roadmap. So that at times requires a lot of research. And while that research is happening, and as I mentioned to you, right, I'm doing this research. Gemini is trying to generate some deep research answers, while Perplexity is trying to do something. And I have a few seconds, that muscle memory opening Gmail was irritating, because I was opening Gmail and see an email, and then I would, for no reason, sometimes get distracted, and then take action on that and realize that I've wasted some time. And for that, I think that 19 to 30, $40 a month is far, I don't know, cheap for me, honestly.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah. So someone watching this want to set this up. What should they do in the next maybe 1 hour?
Yeah, I think if the clause thing is great, it gives you a 3-day trial. I think it's very easy. Just go to clause, sign up, start using it. If for whatever reason it gets stuck, like the Gmail is not connecting, just go to any chat GPT or whatever and talk about Composio. I'll tell what exactly it is. It's very easy. It's maximum 30-minute job where this will start setup. Then you can chat with your agent of whatever you want as the efficiency. For example, you can say that I get a lot of emails from these guys. Just block them. Don't do whatever, like go and put a rule or whatever. It can do everything. People have done a lot of crazy things, which I have not done, is actually give an agent the access to a whole email and said, go find all the spams and actually go and block them. So that's like a mass action that they've asked AI to take on their Gmail, which I think is too aggressive, because that gives the AI the ability to now hallucinate, because it will lose context. That mass action is very dangerous. Keep it very simple, focused jobs, and it does a very good job. You give a big job to AI, the chance of it doing a blunder is very high.
Okay. This is great. Thank you so much for taking the time to do this.
Thank you guys. Thank you very much.